Hello everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to use buttons in the TI-84 Plus. By buttons, I mean like some specific buttons that most people have trouble understanding what they are, and they actually have to test it out, and it's just a hassle. It's just easier to learn through a YouTube video. Now, first of all, I have used the second button in the previous videos, but I haven't exactly explained what it is. So it's too many calculations you can do with a calculator, and you can't just fit it in something like this. That's why specific buttons have two uses. For instance, tan inverse. And in order to use the tan inverse, you have to press the second button. Second button and tangent, as you can see. So in order to differentiate between normal buttons and second buttons, the colors are different in here. The same goes with alphas. Alpha tangent is, for instance, G, because as you can see, the color green is here. So alpha G times sign, for instance, gives you 0. So it's an example of how to use a second and alpha. So that's exactly what it means. So being close, it's not a good idea to be close. So in order to close, you can see the off button is second on. And in order to open the TI, you have to press on. That's how it works. Now, most people are confused with the usage of parentheses. So it's very important to use parentheses because, as I've mentioned before, many calculations are not identified properly. But it's not a good idea to use it in every calculations, because when you think about it, for instance, when you do 3 times, for instance, when you do y equal 3 times parentheses 6x times 9, the value will be different than of 3 times 6x times 9. It will be different, the answers, because in the first one, it distributes 3 into 6x and 9. And the second one, it distributes 3 to just 6x. So it's just 6x times 3, which is 12x times 9. And it will only graph that one. So it's quite different. So you can't just use it everywhere, but there are specific places you have to use it in the TI, and it will be apparent over time. It's not just something you can teach in a YouTube video. But I mean, I can give examples. For instance, when you want to do an equation like 6 plus 9 times 6 times 5 plus 6, this will just give one answer. But for instance, if you want them to be separately calculated, then would do 6 times 9 times 6. So when you think about it, you don't really use parentheses that much when doing normal arithmetics. You mostly use it when you're using cosines tangents or tangent inverses, or specifically when you use the y equals in order to find the equation for graphing. That is all for today, guys. I hope this was helpful on understanding how to use most buttons. And before I go, I just want to show the usage of one more button, which is this button. Its answer is basically, for instance, 5 square, 25, for instance. Although you can use it in sine as well. For instance, when you do sine 5 square, it will give you one answer. But if you do sine 2 5, it will give you an error because it doesn't work. So be careful about that. So that's basically what this button does. So thank you for watching on today's video. I hope it was helpful. Goodbye.